chasing down the leading duo.
And he's going to pick up a double slipstream in a minute, isn't he? As he already is. He'll get sucked.
Guillaume Plon, who's back again for a third season. And Hakim Danish in terms of his racecraft, I think this lot are all pretty level, to be honest.
Yeah. Into those three, he was super late on the brakes of the first lap. I wonder if he's going to do the same thing.
Poor Ramersdorfer, who started third, finds himself in 11th.
Yeah, and then
they're pretty smart, crafty lads already.
That's right, and I think the great thing is Hakim is... Can he go from third to second to first?
We have not seen an Indonesian rider battling.
It's no, it's not a bad place to be in normal circumstances, but when you started on the front row, learnt so much. You know, he was self-critical in year 1 and year 2. He knew he made mistakes, and he did in front of Rookies Cup like this and being this sort of exciting since Mario Aggi was Super Mario and that little point. The grid, you really hope for more, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. They are not working together and hunting them down.
Do that. He learnt things the hard way, but he has, stashed that 2 years of experience.
Size rocket he was several years ago now, but Pratama, he's all over the back now, unfortunately. It's now 3.8. The gap is Morelli, speedway style.
It's away in that head of his, and looks like he's making good use of it.
Down the back now of Hakim Danish. This is really great to see.
Absolutely superb stuff. Now is he...
Slides it into turn 6 there to try and take back the 4th position straight. They come in this replay. This was Danish where he overtook Pratama for the lead, and
he didn't fly past them on the brakes. He wasn't quite close enough on that lap, but he's going to be close now.
From Carter Thompson, he does. No plan B. Absolutely nailing it. Oh wow, and he makes him sit up a little bit as well. Very nice.
The run in down to the final tight left-hander to end lap 3.
But then there's Benyat Fernandez coming up the inside now.
Yeah, and as I say, they're all lapping a second slower than...
Just sending a bit of a message there. Come on, Hakim.
Right, and here we are again down the back straight again. These guys are a super quick pace.
Would like to make a correction of myself as we see Veda...
And they did in practice as well. Morelli was a second faster than that in qualifying. Still Hakim at the inside, but it's now Uriarte that comes up the inside of Veda Pratama.
Pratama going up the inside then. Well, that's not normally a place you overtake, is it? Goodness me.
No.
Sorry, Peter. There is your third position on the grid rider, Ramersdorfer then.
Second place, just a lap and a half remaining now. Let's see who's got, if anybody's got a little bit...
I was going to correct myself. We said that Singapong went down in the opening crash. It wasn't him, it was actually very easily identifiable bright red helmet, Austrian flag colours.
Put up their sleeve, this is the time to show it.
Time for a swig of water, lubricate the throat. Lucas Brown, so our live timing was entirely wrong. Not sure what happened there, but Singapong unfortunately started. Thank you, Ramersdorfer, for making our lives a lot easier. Same goes for the so what's set to be a grandstand finish again in Rookies Cup to start us off with the year, Peter.
Come on.
Did Sing down in 21st.
Yeah, so maybe he was involved in that. Anyway,
maybe he's the rider that went Christian Daniel Jr. as well. He's currently in 9th spot. He's got the big stars and stripes all over his...
Stick your neck out, have a swig of water, and then tell me who's going to win this one.
Do you know what? It's going to be Hakim Danish. And wide or something over the gravel.
Right, so Veda up the inside. No, on Uriarte. No, he can't.
The American red, white and blue as well, as you can see.
But it is no plan B, Marco. It's going to be Veda. Veda's going to do it.
Paul Brian. Well, Brian nearly proved
do it, but he's got past Hakim Danish, the pole man, and Veda now sitting in a early last year's winner here that leads that group. Let's see if he can break away from them.
That's right, it could well be Danish, because what did you do, Peter? That was your fault.
You need to apologise. Very threatening looking second place behind Brian Uriarte. And of course, Pratama set the... I don't think there's really any realistic hope of them putting any kind of a dent in the leading trio.
Oh,
yeah, I do. Goodness, but actually, I think really it's Brian who might have to apologise, because wasn't it fastest lap for the race so far in taking that second position?
This is pretty fascinating, Peter. I mean, decent recovery for Singapong, who's actually off the back of this group we're seeing now.
Brian getting it all loose that put him offline anyway.
But Peter, that's pretty well it for Pratama. We're not seeing anything like this in Rookies Cup. up with a trio breaking away at the start of the race for quite some. He's in 14th position coming across the line, leading the likes of Ramadipa, Da Costa, Agostinelli.
Well, he came from that far back on the first lap, didn't he? But it's a different style now.
On time, I would say. I'm surprised to see Pugliese Morelli not further up, to be honest. The Vietnamese rider, and also Monignani unfortunately falling back.
To the last lap then it is, and it is Hakim Danish that leads with Brian Uriarte on it.
With you, but I've got to give a shout out to Carter Thompson. He's leading the chasers from the leading duo back in this race. I wanted to give a shout out to Monignani because he qualified 10th position, which is a
tail, and they are, how far are they ahead of? They're over a second.
Oh, now the number 50 well on the case in 4th place now.
Yeah, he did a 1:49.
A cracking step up that he's made, and he's looking really fit coming into this year as well. You can see
ahead of Veda Pratama. It's 2 seconds really off the lead, and that is going to be a tough thing. 0.5, half a second slower than Uriarte and Co up front. Well, in fact,
how much training he's been doing in the winter period. Great stuff.
And KJ, you know, he's going to swallow.
And I tell you what, this will be the biggest victory of Hakim Danish's career, and that is the biggest commentator's curse.
A full second slower than Veda Pratama, so they've got to find some paces, Carter, and they'll be learning an awful lot from this battle. It's a high-quality battle. A lot of great riders around him, you know, last year.
Of your career, Peter.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
How about that?
Did for him, didn't I? Okay, Hakim looking at the rest of that second-place group if they're going to have any chance of catching this trio with 11 laps to go. There's his winner, not least of which, of course, the number 95, and he'll pick up a lot from this. A really good step forward. Superb at the moment, but Brian is not going to let this one leave this one lying down. Time in it, but they're not doing the pace at the moment.
So, as we look...
Did you say, man?
Carter Thompson's also been doing plenty of racing elsewhere in the World Supersport.
No. He's going to go after Hakim. He's going to get in the slipstream through the fast right-handers onto the back straight.
Down the order. David Gonzalez, another new name as well. He's battling up 300 category. Got a win there towards the end last season, and podiums.
And it's going to be an outbreaking. Well, does he want to lead down to the last corner or not?
I don't know, but Brian's not further than he qualified. He qualified 12th position. He's only a couple of... He's really been setting the world alight there. I believe he's back there this year, although my World Super... Not exactly thinking, look, I'm not doing airtime on my Rookies Cup bike and not winning this race. For goodness... Race ahead of that, but he's still in that leading... sorry, that chasing pack, I should say. As Benyat Fernandez, my knowledge at the moment, has been a little bit... less than perhaps I would say. So here he comes down the back straight. Danish breaks as late as he possibly can. Getting has recovered. Number 7 now in 7th place as well. And it certainly wasn't a flash in the light, but it's been a hectic start to the MotoGP season, so we can't be across everything.
So Veda Pratama on the...
All swirly into turn 6, but that's not the overtaking move there. Brian is building up now for a run.